and good afternoon, class. How are you doing? Hope you're all fine and healthy. Today we're going to continue our lessons in Unit 5, which we talked about for the past few weeks. Famous people. Did you remember what famous people we studied for the past few weeks? Can you name any of them? I could probably name two for you. Remember Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt? Brad Pitt we studied about last week, and thank you for submitting your homework about Brad Pitt. And today we're going to talk about somebody else. I have some pictures behind me. Hopefully you know who this person is, and probably all of you have watched this movie before, right? He is a very famous people. He is an international superstar. What is an international superstar, you might ask? An international superstar is all over this world. If you saw his pictures or something in his movie, they would recognize him. So all over this world, they will recognize this man. So if I move and show this picture, will you post something up on our Telegram post what his name is? Can you take a look? Do you know this man? Have you watched any of his movies before? He is Jackie Chan, right? The Kung Fu master who play a lot of comedies. You post something up on our Telegram post if you have watched any of his movies before, and which movies have you liked the most. I have a picture here with some of his movies that he has played in. Have you seen any of these movies? Again, I will upload these pictures onto our Telegram post so you will have a better viewing and a better seeing of these pictures. Let me know about Jackie Chan and what his movies are and what his movies is mostly about. I have a few questions here I'd like to ask you. The first question is, do you know his birth name? That means Jackie Chan is not his real name when he was born with. When he was born, he was named some other name. Do you know what his name is before he was named Jackie Chan? I want you to do some research, and once you find out your research, you can go to Google or some other apps where you can find out about Jackie Chan, and I want you to post me his real name, the name that he was born with, the name that his mom and his dad gave him. Can you post it up for me? Okay, thank you. And my second question is, what country was he born in? So what country was Jackie Chan born in? I want to know the name of the country or the island that he was born in, okay? So post something up, or post your answers on these two questions for me on our Telegram post. You can post it in our group chat so all your classmates could see that you know what his real name was and you know what country he was born in. Okay, now can you please take out your book and turn to page 44. Have my mark. On page 44, have a little stories about Jackie Chan and some questions for you. But I will also upload some stories about Jackie Chan for you. I will have here. I will upload some stories about Jackie Chan's life, on how he grew up and where he went to school and studied and how he became a martial art movie star. I want you to read the story on our book and also on our chat, our chart here, so you can answer the following questions when I posted up the test. So, could we have some further discussion about Jackie Chan? Is he married? How many children do he have? So, you think you know a lot about Jackie Chan, you should be able to answer me all this question. What is his birth name? What country he was born with? Is he married? And how many children do he have? So please post something about our Telegram post and answer me that questions. You see all these movies here. Have you seen any of these movies? Rush Hours is one of his famous movies and we talk about. Also here I will post this up. It tells you a brief history about Jackie Chan and where he was born and what his birth name is. Okay class, after reading this text and reading the article that I posted up, I want you to do task 1. Task 1 I will post right after the video. So after you finish watching the video, let me know that you are finished watching the video by saying, "Teacher, I am done watching the video." When all of you have said that, I will post our first task onto our Telegram group. You will have 40 minutes to complete your first task because there is a lot of questions about Jackie Chan, and you will have to do some research on Google or your different apps about Jackie Chan. Okay, class? See you on our second video. Hello, welcome back to our second video for today's lessons. So how did you enjoy studying about Jackie Chan? I've seen some of you have posted up a lot of movies that you have watched, and you said you really enjoyed watching Jackie Chan's movie because they are funny. Yes, it is true. Most of his movies are funny. They are comedy shows. And throughout all the movie, he will make you laugh and make all his audience laugh. He is a very funny people. Okay, thank you for submitting me the answer for these two questions I have for you. Some of you did your research and told me that Jackie Chan's birth name is Chan Kong Sang. That was the name that he was born with. That was the name that his mom and his dad gave him when he was born. And some of you know that he was born in April 7, 1954. He's 7 years old now? And he was born in Hong Kong. Hong Kong back then was a country run or owned by the British Empire, right? Before it became part of mainland China. So he was born in Hong Kong. So thank you for submitting me your tasks about Jackie Chan and telling me about his movies. Okay, now for your second task. Your second task, I want you to read page 44 and record your voice and post it up on our Telegram post. So I want you to read the first paragraph about Jackie Chan, record your voice, and post it up on our Telegram post. After reading, I also want you to answer the questions on page 44. So task 2, you will have 2 exercises. The first one is to record your readings, and the second one is answer all the questions on page 44. Again, you will have 40 minutes to complete this exercise. I hope to hear your reading real soon on our Telegram post. Okay, class? See you on our last video. Hello, class. Welcome back to our third and final video for today's lesson. So how did you enjoy learning about Jackie Chan today? Did you find this very interesting? Very excited? I see throughout our communication you have liked a lot of Jackie Chan movie and you enjoy learning about him. Especially, you know that Jackie Chan wasn't his real birth name. We find out that his real name was Chan Kong Sang. That was the name that's given to him. I bet you that was a surprise to you, huh? That was also a surprise to me. I thought he was also named Jackie Chan. So thank you for your discussion with me about Jackie Chan, about how his movie career got started, what school he went to learn martial arts, and what country he was born in. If you have any more questions or want to know more about Jackie Chan, please ask me and we will do research together. So we can have more dialogue and more communications about Jackie Chan, or we can talk more about some of his movies. So you still can communicate with me about Jackie Chan. Also, I'd like to thank you for submitting me your reading on page 44. Reading about Jackie Chan and doing your second task. Thank you for doing that, and your reading, as I heard, has really improved. So good job on that. I want to congratulate you for that also. Okay, after this video is played, I will post the homework up after the video is played. So when you are finished watching this video, let me know, and when all of you have let me know, I will post our homework assignments. Okay? Okay, class, till we see each other again next week, I want you to be safe and stay healthy, alright? Goodbye.